What is good? Welcome to the intraday forex strategy that actually was the first strategy that turned me profitable. And keep in mind, right, it's not just the strategy that turns you profitable. If anything, it has nothing to do with your strategy. It has a lot to do with risk management, maintaining your emotions, maintaining your psychology, not over risking, not over leveraging, not over trading, right? But this is a strategy that actually got me paid for over a year and a half, a lot through funded accounts and then also through live accounts. So with that being said, this is highly anticipated. Lots of people were asking, hey, how did you trade GJ back in the day? How did you trade gold when you were trading in Hawaii and hit that big take profit? So boom, this is it. Okay, the Discord has had this for like weeks now. I just really have not been up to making this video, but here we are. You guys need some more educational content besides just like the live trades every single day. So my goal is to get at least 2 educational videos out to you guys a week. All right, that's a big ask for me, but I think I can do it. All right, so with that being said, guys, this is not much different from really the strategy that I'm trading now, okay, which is why I kind of think it's, I guess, funny that you guys are asking me for it, because it really isn't much different, and my strategy works the exact same on forex than it does with the S&P. But people wanted it. I'm going to deliver. So with that being said, all right, we have this is like the first essential thing of it, okay, is understanding when sessions open. Okay, so this session within here that I highlighted is Asian session. Okay, and similar to how in New York, we wait for New York Stock Exchange to open, then we look for a liquidity sweep and then a break of structure, right? All of that, right? This strategy is no different. But the nice thing about Forex is you can trade it 24/7, 365, besides the weekends. Okay, so I guess 24/5, like 200, whatever, how many ever days that is. All right, but okay, so we mark out the sessions. Okay, so let's say you don't live in the U.S. or maybe it doesn't work with your school or doesn't work with your job. All right, this is a strategy that can help you get around that. All right, through trading Forex. All right, so this is Asian session. Okay. This small little time frame within here is London session. Okay, there's an Asian session, London session, and then boom, New York session. So this right here represents a full trading day. Okay, so similar to how we wait for the S&P 500 to open at New York Stock Exchange open, and then trade. Right, we trade off the open, find a liquidity sweep. You can do this with every single session within Forex. Okay, and the only difference between this and my other strategies is how we find liquidity, okay? And you guys might think this looks weird, okay? It's just what has worked for me, and this is actually not my strategy, and I feel really bad because I forget who I learned it from. It wasn't from ICT. It's some sort of Forex session theory. You guys can go ahead and try and look it up, but essentially the theory goes and says that session highs and lows will be respected or played off of by following sessions. Okay, so what does that mean, right? If we look at this real quick, we have boom, Asian, we have this is New York. Where's the New York session high? Okay, and I'll get into a little bit how we mark these later. Okay, this is New York session high. Notice that right when London session opens, we come through, take out the liquidity from New York sessions high, and go ahead and rally down. Okay, right? Makes sense. Okay, similarly, right? We have boom, London sessions low. Right here, what does New York session do? Spikes into London sessions low and rallies. Right? So right? That's kind of giving you a little idea of what we're going to be playing off of, right? We're going to be highlighting and marking the session's highs and lows for every single session, all right? And then we're going to be finding trades off of them, okay? Just like our own just like our S&P 500 strategy. except instead of finding 15-minute highs and lows, we're taking session highs and lows, right? So this is going to be a little bit higher time frame. You might have to wait a little bit longer for your trades to hit, but that's what happens when you're trading on 30-minute time frame instead of 15 and 1 minute, right? So let's talk more about how we can find these session opens. Okay, so I have my my trading view time set to London. Okay, because the person that taught me this strategy, he was from the UK. All right, or the person that, not this strategy, the person that taught me how to outline the session times, they were from the UK. Okay, so I just remembered the numbers that he gave me, and they stuck. All right, so Asian session opens at 0:00:00:00:00. Okay, London time. All right, and it closes, all right, at 8. Okay, and then boom, at 8 London time, London session opens. All right, and from at 7 pre-market for London opens. Okay, moving forward, London session does not actually close at 1300. That's just when the New York Stock Exchange pre-market opens. Okay, but we want to mark this out at pre-market because Forex, right, once that new money from a new session comes into play, right, once all those New York traders start getting into the market, right, it's their market to play with now. London had their time, right, when New York wasn't in it. Boom, when New York Stock Exchange opens and pre-market opens, it's their market to play with. All right, so boom, simple as that. New York closes a little bit earlier at like at 21. Okay, and then Asian session, there's spread hour, right? There's spread hour, and then there's another hour of pre-market before Asian session opens. All right, and if you don't know what spread hour is, it's just the hour in between New York session and London and Asian session where the spread just gets ridiculous and it's pretty much impossible to take a trade because of how high spreads are, and it happens on pretty much every single broker. Most brokers even like restrict you trading during spread hour. Okay, so now that we have the basics outlined about it, right? We know, okay, it's still the same thing, right? We're playing off session opens, okay, and we know that we're trying to look for the highs and lows to get hit of the sessions. Let's talk about how we can mark out the highs and lows. Okay, so, right, you saw me do this with this New York session high. Okay, all I do is I take it from the body of the wick, okay, the body of the candle up to the top wick, boom, with a box, just like that. Okay, and why do I do this? So originally I was just outlining, boom, the high, right, like we do with New York Stock Exchange Open. However, sometimes I have noticed that instead of sweeping liquidity, it'll just go up into the wick, and whether that's a low time frame order block that it's pushing into, whatever, okay, sometimes it'll give a reaction off of it. So just to keep myself safe and keep it from me potentially missing trades, this is what I did back then, and this is what I'll do now, right? I'm going to highlight it from the body of the candle up to the wick. Okay, same thing with the lows, right? Down here, you saw me highlight. Luckily for us, right, these were full liquidity sweeps. We'll show other examples where there isn't a liquidity sweep, and we just have to play it off of, boom, it filling into that area. All right, so boom, we have right here, we have the close, okay, the body down to the wick, right? We see it fill all the way, boom, start rallying. Okay, that's how we outline it. All right, now how are we actually going to execute on this? And don't worry, we'll go over a bunch of different examples on GBP, JPY, and on gold. Okay, so you guys don't feel all left out and scrambled about this, but this is really simple, okay? If you know my S&P 500 strategy, this, if anything, is even simpler, all right? So what are we looking for, right? We're highlighting the highs and lows, okay? For this Asian session, we had this, right? Boom. We see that London session just drives straight through it. Right? There's no sort of resistance within here, right? So if we go on the 5 minute, the 5 minute is where we take action. The 5 minute is where we take trades. Okay? So, right, we see boom, sweep of liquidity. What are we waiting for? Right? A break of structure. This is literally the exact same as the S&P 500 strategy, but just on slightly higher time frames, and the way that we mark out our areas is a little bit different, right? So we have boom, the New York high gets pushed through, right? Same thing. Once it gets pushed through, what are we looking for? We're looking for lows. So it gets pushed through. This is the low that we're monitoring, right? That's pretty low. Boom, it makes a new low, closes underneath it, okay? Short here, boom, stop loss right above the liquidity sweep. And then where do we take it to? Just like our S&P 500 strategy, guys, we're taking it to the previous session lows. Okay, so this was Asian session's low, boom, take profit 1. Okay, see all the way down here, this is New York session's low from all the way over here. Let's try and find something that can give us a better take profit 2, other than, you know, waiting to go all the way down there, right? So let's go ahead and mark out London session. Okay, boom, we have a London session high right here. Okay, take profit 2, boom, perfect. All right, take profit 3 can be like this Asian session low, boom, Asian session low right here, that hasn't even been hit yet. Okay, that's how you draw it out. All right, you're taking it from boom, a sweep or a push into the previous session highs or lows. Okay, then you're looking for a 5-minute break of structure. Okay, and then you can either use a fair value gap entry or an order block entry, right? If the risk to reward isn't to your liking, to find a better entry. Okay, and then you're going to take it down to previous session lows and highs. Okay, this is where it gets kind of different. Okay, notice how I marked this London session high, even though it wasn't a low, right? This isn't necessarily a draw on liquidity, right? Because this isn't where liquidity lies, right? Liquidity lies underneath lows if we're going for shorts, right? However, right, going back to that Forex theory that I talked about, it talks on, right, how previous session highs and lows will be respected by following sessions. So it doesn't matter if it's a low or a high, right? We still want to mark it and have it be readily available for our own use. Okay, so that was a quick little example of how we could do that on GBP JPY. Okay, let's look at like at this one within here. Okay, and you can make these however high time frame you want. Okay, like in terms of targets. All right, I usually like to keep mine short and sweet. Okay, so boom, right, we have this. All right, London session low. What happens? New York session comes on through, spikes into it, takes its liquidity. Okay, we get a high formed right here. We get a closure above. Okay, we long off that on the break of structure. Boom, stop underneath the liquidity sweep. Okay, and then where are we targeting? Okay, we can either target something like this, right? We could even have this as our first target. Why? Because it's a good risk to reward ratio, right? That's fine for our first take profit, especially if, right, our Asian session highs and our previous, you know, areas that we could even draw to, right? The London session highs all the way up here, right? You think we're going to want to do something like this for a first take profit? Definitely not, right? We'll keep it simple. Okay. Oops. We'll keep it simple. Take this as our first take profit. Okay, and then we can even have these Asian session lows as our take profit too. Okay, all the way up here, right? And then the same rules apply, right? Take profit 1 gets hit. Okay, take 50% off, move stop to break even. That's just like my common risk management practice. Okay, take profit 1 gets hit, move stop to break even. Okay, take profit 2 gets hit, take another 50% off, keep going. All right, so that's how I would set up this type of trade. Okay, super simple, you guys. All right, let's go ahead and do it on gold now. As you can see, we had some action going on over here. This was actually a super good trade that we took on gold. Got us really paid. Okay, I took this live on a Zoom call. And as you can see, I was using the same strategy, right? So we can even talk about that trade that we took, okay? Let's go here, London session. That's Asian session, and then we got New York session right here. We got London session. Boom. Okay, so if we look at gold, right, what do we see off this? Okay, we have New York sessions low right in here, right? If we go down onto the 5 minute, all right, what happened? This is literally what we talked about on Zoom, okay? What happened? Okay, we push into New York sessions low, boom. Now what are we doing? We're monitoring the highs, waiting for a break of structure. This is the high, okay? Nope, does it get broken? No. Now this is the high. Does it get broken? No. Now this is the high. Does it get broken? No. Now this is the high. 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 Finally a break of structure to the upside, okay? If we zoom in, yeah, it looks like this candle closed above. Okay, maybe you got filled a little bit higher. We'll go ahead and put it slightly higher just in case. Okay, stop, boom, underneath there. All right. Now, what are we doing? We're looking at previous sessions, okay, to find highs, right? What would be a super easy, right, area of liquidity for us to target for take profit 1? Boom. Super simple, 1 to 2.6 risk to reward ratio. Perfect. All right, that can be our first one. Next one can be, right, go into 30 minute. Go into the 30 minute, right? Where's our New York session high? Right up here, okay? So we go from here, bodies up to the wicks, boom. And notice when we touched into this, right, we see some slight reaction off of it. Okay, so boom, right? You can either do it there or to the top, right? Whatever you want to choose. Most of the time I'll do it to the bottom. Okay, and also that's like a super good risk to reward. Notice, right, if we take this all the way down to the bodies, right, price comes up, doesn't quite hit it, but respects it enough. Okay, boom, take profit 1. Okay, take profit 2, and then you can even do like, right, because even after take profit 1 getting hit, this isn't stopping us out at break even. Our break even point's down here. And then in terms of like take profit 3, you can go ahead and look all the way over here, do like something like this, right? At that point, we're just trying to find extended take profit, so you could do like that. Okay, simple as that. Boom. Okay, now let's go back and, you know, keep trying this just all over. I hope you guys are starting to get a feel for this. Okay, it really is super simple. It's super easy, right? Just mark out the session highs and lows with your little box. Make sure you have the session opens plotted out, and it's like boom, bang, bow, done, right? Okay, let's go ahead and mark these on. And the nice thing about this is high time frame really does come into play because we're playing off the 30 minute, right? So if we're looking at gold right now, we go within the 4 hour, right? Remember how we find our bias on the S&P 500 on the 1 hour? On this, we can go ahead and look at the 4 hour. What does the 4 hour say? Oh, break of structure to the downside. Perfect. We can go ahead and look for shorts. We see this rally on up. Let's go get into this, okay? First of all, what is this? New York session low, Asian session, pushes through it, rallies, okay? It's like, come on, man. Super simple, all right? Moving forward, we have, boom, London session, okay? Right, where are the highs from New York session? Right up here, boom. We have these lows right here, okay? So how could we take a potential trade off this, right? I already said we could have taken like a little counter trend off of this. Okay, boom, go into the 5 minute. right? What are we looking for? Break of structure to the upside. When do we get it? Right here with this candle closure. Boom. Long off of this candle. Okay. Stop underneath the sweep. Okay. Where can we target? We can target these highs right here. This high all the way up here. We can target, whoa, my thing's glitching. Still glitching. We can target, right, this Asian session, or sorry, London session low. We can target the top of it, right? Because remember, boom, that can be take profit 1. Perfect. 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Okay? Simple as that. Ready? Take profit 2. We can take, boom, this Asian session low. See how all of these are getting respected, right? Comes up into this, okay, quick little rally down. Comes back down into, right, this area within here. Yeah, we would have been stopped out at break even after taking this, but after hitting take profit 1, but I'm just trying to show you guys that these areas get respected, right? Whatever that theory is, someone look it up and someone find it and someone put it in the comment section for me, because whatever it is, it works, okay? So boom, right? Like that's super simple. That's like an easy 1 to 2%. And the nice thing about this is you have 3 chances to do this every single day. You have Asian session open, London session open, and New York Stock Exchange open. Would I really recommend trading Asian session open? Probably not, because I don't like trading Asian session. But, right, it still gives you the opportunity. Ready? Let's try and find something within here. And then after this one, we can go ahead and wrap it up, because hopefully you guys got this understood now, right? Just mark out all the session highs and lows. And what do I mean? I mean the lowest low of the session and the highest high of the session. Okay, on the 30-minute, right? This one, boom, Asian session, bop. Okay, where's the Asian session high? The Asian session high is right here. All right, boom, high, right here. Okay, where's London session? London, boom. London session high gets formed. Perfect. You can literally just move that right up on up there. Okay, London session high. And this is London session low. Okay, what does New York Stock Exchange Open do? What does it do, you guys? How does it does it? How does it does it, you guys? Look, London session, okay, stops. New York, or sorry, doesn't stop, but New York session opens. Okay, we come down, pokey, 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 pokey. Where's our fucking break of structure? Okay, we get a break right here with this candle close. Perfect. Boom. Long off of this, stop. You can even have it underneath these lows, or for this sake, we'll always take the worst risk to reward ratio when I'm trying to demo this shit. But right, okay, boom. What are we looking for? Okay, let's go back into a previous sessions. Right, when it's something like this, just like a straight dump, it would be easy to mark this as take profit 1. Okay, so take profit 1 can be this high. Okay, but let's see if we can find anything else. 13. Okay, so we have this high right here that we have as take profit 1. What happens? Gets hit. 1 to 2.4 risk to reward ratio. Okay, where could our other take profits be? Boom. This one right here, right? There really isn't much to play with. You could add like another take profit off of there's definitely session lows and there's definitely session lows over here, right? We can even just eyeball it, right? Yeah, London session low, and a New York session low right here. So this would be relatively high confluence if it wanted to keep going. But anyways, boom, take profit 1 hit, 50% off. Rest of us stopped out at break even. Okay, we literally just keep doing this. Ready? Let's keep moving with it. Hold on. Let me get rid of this. Let's just keep adding sessions onto it just to show that this shit works. Like, this is what turned me profitable. All right, and then after this one, I promise I'm done. I just want to drill this in your guys' heads. All right, boom. And as each session forms, remember to start marking out the lows, because look at this, you guys. Look, New York session low. Oh my goodness. What do you fucking know? All right. What do you know? Asian session takes a little dipsy-do right on into the New York session low. Okay? Guys, it's like clockwork every single session. Okay? Boom, takes a big push into the New York session low. All right, where's the high? Right here, gets closed above off this. Perfect, long it. Boom, off the closure above. Stop loss underneath the liquidity sweep. Okay, what can we target? We can target like these relative equal highs, right? As take profit 1, that's a decent take profit 1. Boom, what happens? That shit gets hit. Okay, you're stuck in drawdown for a while. This is something that I need you guys to know and understand, that this strategy is going to test your patience, because instead of just 1 minute plays on the S&P 500, these are 5 minute candles instead of 1 minute candles now. So yeah, you're definitely going to see, oh my goodness, I'm so happy because I'm in profit. Then, oh no, now I'm not in profit. And then it goes up. So make sure you stick to your stop loss and stick to your take profits. Don't manage positions too early. Okay, so boom, this can be take profit 1. We can even do like this is take profit 2. All right, take profit 3 can be the start of this, and then take profit 4 could literally just be the end of it. Boom, 1-to-6 risk to reward ratio. Every take profit got hit. Boom, simple as that, you guys. So, right. Hopefully you learned something from this. Let's go ahead and write out the checklist for it. So you guys can take like a quick little screenshot if you want to put this in your trading journal. So boom, step 1. Step 1. All right, find session opens and then mark them. All right, boom, step 2. Okay, mark session highs and lows off the 30-minute with box. All right, 3, when session highs and lows get hit, okay, what do? Boom, boom, go to 5 min, okay, 4, wait for a break of structure on the 5 minute, boom, 5, enter, stop under or above the sweep. Okay, and I put sweeps in quotes because remember, sometimes it just respects a high or a low and doesn't, actually sweep it, right? It's that Forex theory. Okay, 6, okay, wait for take profit or, talk about how to find or take profits. Take profit off previous areas of liquidity and previous session highs and lows. Boom. Simple as that, guys. Step 1, find your session opens and mark them, okay, with that vertical line. Don't use an indicator. Most of the indicators on TradingView are really bad at actually marking it because everyone has different time zones on their TradingView. It ends up fucking them up. Okay, so just mark it super simple, right? I use the London time zone, okay? 0 to 8 is Asian session, 8 to 13 is London session, 13 to 0 is New York session. Simple as that. All right, number 2, mark session highs and lows off the 30-minute with the box, right? From the base of the candle up to the wick, or the base of the candle down to the wick. Okay, number 3, when the session highs and lows get hit, right? Just set like a little alert at the base every single time for all those sessions, right? Okay, go into the 5 minute. All right, what are you going to do? Wait for a break of structure on the 5 minute. enter, put your stop above or below the sweep, right? Depends on what direction you're trying to take the position in. Take profit off previous areas of liquidity, just like the S&P 500, right? It doesn't even have to be previous areas of liquidity or previous session highs and lows. However you want to take profits, right? It could be off of a fair value gap or like an order block, right? Just, you guys know how to take profits, right? High confluence areas that could potentially cause a change in direction in the market, all right? So, I mean, that was a super good backtesting portion of this. Like that, like we cooked that. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, hopefully you guys learned something from this, and hopefully you guys can implement it into your trading. I don't really use this that often anymore, right? Because I usually just trade the S&P 500. Every now and then I'll hop onto gold or GBP JPY like with the Discord and try and find something crazy. But I like to just stick to one trade a day, keep my risk low, right? Because that's what trading's all about, just living to trade another day. All right. But with that being said, I really appreciate you guys. I'm glad that I was actually able to get back on this and give you guys an educational and informative video instead of just like my short little Zoom calls that I usually be posting. Okay. And like I said, I'm going to try and hold myself to 2 educational videos a week. This is the first one of this week. All right. Expect another one coming out pretty soon. And please give me ideas in the comment section because I really don't know what else to post. All right. I appreciate you guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out. Whoa. Peace out. All right.